Top of the morning, what's good? This Modern King Boxing. Back with another live. Yeah, just wanted to update on what's going on with the Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury fight. I think that's starting to come up too this week. Or they fighting soon, I guess. Yeah, I'm just thinking about like certain fights that we haven't seen yet, and what that might mean to the boxing world. Francis Ngannou is a good big puncher, man. I'm seriously curious. I'm seriously wondering how he can take Tyson Fury's shots, though. That's what's kind of makes me wonder about that fight. Can Francis Ngannou withstand Tyson Fury's punching power? Because boxing is different than MMA, but you got to figure those guys wear smaller gloves in the MMA. So I'm wondering if that might be an advantage for Francis Ngannou versus the Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury does sit down on his punches better though. See, that's the thing. Like Tyson Fury has learned how to punch harder. Also, Francis Ngannou might use smaller gloves, but Tyson Fury has learned how to punch harder. Because you see how he was basically putting paws on Wilder, and Wilder is extremely good at taking a punch. Is Francis Ngannou as good as Wilder at taking a punch, receiving a punch? We know that they could dish it out, like especially Wilder in boxing. We know he can dish out a nice, hard, solid cannon bomb squad blow to put you on your ass. Wondering if Francis Ngannou can pass that task. Yeah, chop chop early, man. I'm just up and thinking about the certain situation with Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury fight. I watched a little bit of that post-fight press. Well, I watched that press conference yesterday somewhat while I was working, but it is what it is. I didn't get to see all the theatrics that maybe Tyson Fury had probably brought to the table, but even yeah, because I kind of fell off on the boxing tip once we saw the mega fight between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Boxing to me was completed because of that fight. Yeah, and this year was solidified as one of the greatest boxing years in a long time. I would say since back in the day, like of the Marvin Hagler, what Muhammad Ali's and Joe Frazier's Thrillers in a Manila type situation for me. That's basically how I looked at this fight finally happening. Is that like it completed a lot of boxing heads you know, um, it satisfied a lot of boxing heads on like what glory really looks like between two boxers. And I watched the fight again yesterday, and Earl Spence, he was trying. He wasn't on his back foot as much as I thought he was. In those middle rounds, he was trying to neutralize what Crawford was doing, but Crawford had just way too many defensive modes. His defense is underrated. Crawford defense was underrated like shit in that fight. My man he was hitting on all cylinders, the offense and the defense. He kept his hands in, he kept his arms in close, so every time Earl tried to dig to the body, Crawford was right there to block that shit. Like he was almost expecting Earl Spence to do certain things when he was in close. That's just to show you just how a superior boxer Terrence Crawford was compared to Earl. He made it look easy, really. He made it look real easy. That's why I have Terrence Crawford as basically an all-time great welterweight. Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather, he never was undisputed. So who's to say who he ducked? As far as Crawford, he didn't duck nothing up there at that weight division. Just like he didn't duck anything at junior welterweight. You see what I'm saying? Like so, he has two divisions that he basically controlled the entire sanctioning world and the junior welterweight division and also the welterweight division. Will he go to, junior middleweight next and conquer that? So that'd be junior welterweight, junior middleweight. If he does that, that's crazy. But yeah, back to boxing. I hear about a lot about these guys like Frank Martin and these guys, Shakur Stevenson or whatever. Shakur Stevenson is probably the best next thing in the division that is original. But what they're gonna do with the original, they're gonna basically try to shelf him. Shakur, it should be next up at lightweight. Devin Haney's division. And of course Devin Haney, he should maybe fight Shakur. If he, I don't know what's going on in the lightweight division. All I know is that like there's a lot of pump faking going on in that division, and y'all need to stay off of these dudes' balls and nuts, and get on. The fact is that they're not fighting anybody. When they fight somebody, then you could kind of give them praise. But for now, I don't think none of them has did anything in lightweight division. Tank hasn't did anything in lightweight division. Um, who else hasn't did anything? Shakur hasn't did anything. Obviously, Shakur hasn't, but he's probably the one with the most promise at that division because he's willing to fight any of those guys. So it is what it is. Somebody texted me. I gotta answer this text. Okay, cool. It don't affect the live. That's what's up. Yeah, but if you just tuning in, just wanted to give an update on what's going on in the world of boxing. Hopefully some of you guys can come and chime in eventually. You know, I'm not gonna go live for long, cause believe it or not, it's time to get up and get out, and get the donuts. Real talk. Yep. So what else is going on that I've kind of been watching? I just been watching. I watched this dude yesterday. What's his name? Manager Marty or nothing. For a second, I watched him. This dude really think that he got any type of credibility, and the fact is of the negotiations between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. These fly by night soapbox channels need to shut the fuck up. They think because people listen to them for a little second that their shit don't stink. You see what I'm saying? Like, you get a couple, good accolades from people, from fans that in your comment section tell you that, man, you know what you talk about. And these fucking dudes take it to their fucking head, thinking that they fucking got the know-how. But really all they are just soapbox boxing fans. I call them super fans. That's what I call them. Super fans who don't know nothing but swear they know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? These dudes don't never produce any type of evidence of having fighters on their team. You see what I'm saying? Like there's one guy who does have fighters on his team, and that's Shy News, the Sausage Spins. That dude actually has, he has like you know, fighters like Jahid Tucker, who he is on his team, and he's also a top ranked, insider, like a photographer, and and somebody who goes to the fights and works the fights. Then you have WCS. He does that also. He's a full time boxing photographer and insider. You know what I mean? Like these are real channels with real insight. But then you have all of these dudes who just get online. They might go to a fight and buy a fight, but they swear up and down that they like insiders. No, you're not. You're just a motherfucker on YouTube and a boxing fan. That's all the fuck you are. There's a lot of people out here who just kind of they like to flock to ignorance, and that's what the fuck it is. There's more ignorant motherfuckers on YouTube than it actually is real fucking, you know, people who not there to just clown, but there to just kind of like, know what's going on in the world of boxing. Like Blue Blood Sports TV used to be like that back in the day, but then they allowed the troll infestation to just take over his channel. He was like an insider. He probably still is an insider. I ain't watched that motherfucker in ages. But anyway, like, it used to be cool, but then he allows that type of shit. It's like they love you sheep motherfuckers. You sheep motherfuckers, they love you. They see you coming and they flock to you. You know what I mean? The Fat Albert sandwich ass, Willie Plump TV, shit like that. Trill Boxing thought he just disappeared altogether. He came back for his one little, oh, my dog that got ran over by, a truck. He came back with his apology on his dog being able to run over Terrence Crawford, but then he disappeared. Like all of these fucking fly by night wing job channels. I like to call them wing job channels. You know what? I'm out. I gotta get ready, get my daughter ready for work. Peace. This is Modern King Boxing 1. I'll be back with some boxing shit because I see nobody up yet. Early bird gets the worm. Let's get it. 1.